the womb of, the jivas are in the womb of Karanadaksha Vishnu or Mahavishnu. And when there is no creation, this part is not there, the material world. It is like a small cloud. So this Mahavishnu enters into the body of Sri Sankarshan, and there is only spiritual world. Now, when the point of creation is desired by the Lord to give we souls an opportunity. So we souls are the opportunity to do our karmas in the right way and go back to Godhead. So from Sankarshan comes Mahavishnu, the first of the Purusha avatar. So Mahavishnu comes, when he comes down, from his body perspiration, the Karanodaka ocean is made. This Karana Jal, you see? This ocean, Karana Jal, is coming from the body of Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu is lying in the Yog Nidra. He's closed his eyes, you see. He's just lying down. For most of us, all we know is Mahavishnu. None of us know that Krishna is above him. We all think that Mahavishnu is the source of everything. Yes, Mahavishnu is the source of everything in the material world. So when the Lord is lying down and closing his eyes and he's in the Yog Nidra, so when he's in the Yog Nidra, Rama Devi, his wife, she is in his Vakshasthala. And they are into a conjugal relationship. So that is the reason it is called Yoga Nidra. Yoga means joining. So Lakshmi and Narayan are joined over here and they are in the transcendental sleep. And then the Lord desires to create. So the Lord's Ichha Shakti. First is Ichha Shakti, Ichha of the Lord. So the Ichha Shakti comes into action. And when Ichha Shakti comes into action, Rama Devi comes out of the chest of the Lord and manifests over here. So Rama Devi is here, coming from the chest of the Lord, and she comes out, waiting for the instructions. The Lord, still the eyes are closed. So the desire to procreate has started, Ichha Shakti. The moment the Lord decides to create, the Kriya Shakti comes into action. Kriya means action, activity. Okay. So the Kriya Shakti's job is to ensure to put the material world into motion, but not now. So from the Lord's glance, you see there is a glance over here. From the eyes of the Lord, you can see the glance. Yeah. He is looking at Rama Devi. The Lord is looking at Rama Devi through the glance. Now, many a times you see, even in the house, we see when our elders, they will not talk. They will just look at each other and they will know that what's happening or what's going to happen or what they want. Especially between the husband and wife or the elderly members of the family. So the glance is one way of conveying the message. Anybody has experienced this? Suddenly you want to say something and you will look and someone will look at you and the eyes will say that don't, or yes, or no. So same way, Mahavishnu is looking at Lakshmi and he's telling her in the code that the creation has to begin. So this is the first part of it. Are we clear until here? Are we clear until here?
Yes,
that Prabhu. What the Lord is doing?
Yes.
So the Lord is in the process of creation. The Ichha is there. The Kriya is there. Now, in the same glance, two more things happen. First, what happens is a message is sent to Rama Devi. Second, from this glance comes Shambhu or Sadashiv, who was there sitting in the Ishan area, comes down through Mahavishnu and manifests a form of Shambhu on Nandi. So the glance becomes into Shambhu. The glance tells Rama Devi that we have to start the creation. The second thing what the glance does is creates Shambhu or Lord Shiva in the material world. So this dham belongs to Shambhu or Mahakal Dham. Third thing, in the same glance, one more thing is happening. We jivas who are in the womb of the Lord comes out of the eyes of Mahavishnu. So all the jivas are like the small particles. They come out from this glands and they go to Mahalakshmi. So what was the instruction given by Lord Narayana to Mahalakshmi in this glands? That collect all the jivas in your hand. So all these jivas is collected by Lakshmi Devi or Rama Devi, and she keeps it with herself. At the same time, one more thing is happening. See, when the moment the kriya starts, the fourth thing that happens is from the pores of the Lord's body, so many Brahmanda starts to come out. The golden bubble, Hiranya. The Hiranya Garbha, this all eggs, these are the golden eggs. They start to come out. So four things happen. The first is the Lord looks at Rama Devi. Second is the glands converts into Shambhu. Third is the jivas are in the glands. Fourth is from the pores of the Lord, multiple universes come out. So you see multitasking. So the Lord is there. Then after collecting all the jivas by Rama Devi, she hands over the jiva to Lord Shiva or Shambhu. She hands over the jivas to Shambhu. And what Shambhu does, Shambhu takes all the jivas in his body. Shambhu takes all the jiva in his body. At the same time, Rama Devi also hands one Trishul to the Lord. This Trishul is gifted by Rama Devi to Lord Shambhu. So now Shambhu has all the soul in his body. All the souls are in his body. The Trishul is in the hand. So the Trishul stands for the time. From here, the time begins. Tick, tick 1, tick, tick 2, tick, tick 3. Before that, there was no time. And that is the Kala Shakti of the Lord. What Shakti? Kala Shakti. So, Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Kala Shakti. So these three Shaktis of the Lord come into action and then the procreation begins. So now, as soon as Shambhu gets this Trishul, the time starts. Now, from the body of Rama Devi comes Maya. From the body of Rama Devi comes Maya or Durga. So she is here now. She is also Parvati in the wife of Lord Shiva. Then Lord Shiva comes and associates with Maya and impregnates her with all the soul into her body. So all that soul which came from Narayana to Rama, Rama to Shambhu, and Shambhu to Maya are now in the body of Maya Devi. Why Maya Devi? Can anybody give me an answer? Why all this soul is impregnated into Maya Devi?
Because she is the mother.
She is the mother, yes. We also call her Jagat Janani, right?
Yes.
And she is the mistress of how many yonis?
84 lakhs.
Yeah, 8.4 million yonis is belonging to. So we souls, when we enter into the body of Maya Devi, then she, according to our karma, there is a verse called Karmanna Daiva Netrene Jantur Dehopapadyate by Kapil Muni. So as per your karma, under the Daiva Netra is this. See, Maya is not ordinary. She is Daivi Isha Gunamai. She is a divine personality. She is not an ordinary personality. And she has taken charge of making these souls to go on the right direction. So that is the reason. So the point when Shambhu and Maya unite, what comes as a symbol? Any idea?
Shivling.
Yes, Shivlinga. Shivling represents that in this material world, the procreation takes place when the association of a man and a woman takes place. So the Shivling is the representation of procreation. Many people, they think it is dirty. It is not dirty. It is the symbol that procreation takes place in the material world through the genitals. And then you have the linga is Lord Shiva's genital and the yoni is Parvati's genital. And when they unite, the entire procreation starts. So now Maya Devi is impregnated. So that is the reason Krishna says, Maya Adhyakshana Prakriti Suyate Sacharachara. Under my superintendence, the Prakriti works. And also Krishna says, Aham Bijdata Pita. So Krishna is the seed-giving father. The seed comes from here, but also Krishna says that I am not in touch with Maya. Why? Because to associate with Maya, Krishna creates Shambhu, Rama creates Maya, and that is how there is an indirect touch. Because many people, they ask, how can Krishna impregnate Maya? Aham Bijdata Pita. This is the process of Bijdata. He does not directly touch Maya Devi. He just gives everything to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva impregnates Maya Devi. So until then, are we clear? Any doubts until here? Shall we go ahead?
Yes, Prabhu.
Now, this cloud over here, this is the Mahatattva. This gets agitated. So this Maya Devi, this is the Mahatattva. So this is impregnated with, now everything comes over here. The sense of touch, the sense of the, the Pancha Indriya, the Pancha Mahadbhut, everything gets agitated over here. And then Maya Devi decides in which Brahman, at the same time, what happens over here, this golden globes, which is coming from Vishnu's body, this is like the eggs. These golden globes, they come and touch the Mahatattva. The moment they touch the Mahatattva covers it with Bhumir, Apa, Nalo, Vayu, Kham, Mano, Buddhi, Revacha. The 8 Tattva, 5 gross and 3 subtle covers each of these eggs. So now this egg is covered by Mahatattva because the ingredients are already there. Previously it was Pradhan. Pradhan means inert. It's like how, we all eat chapati, we all eat sabji, we all eat dosa, right? But where is the raw material? The raw material is in the kitchen. So suppose you are going to make dal. So you require dal, you require ghee, you require masala, you require some tomato. Yeah. If it is there in the refrigerator and the storage area, will everything happen on its own, or who does it? Who is the person who does all this job? The Grahini. So the Grahini goes, she picks the dal, she picks the masala, then she mixes everything, and the final dish is there. So same way, the Pradhan has everything, but it is Maya Devi, under the instruction of Krishna, starts to work on this. Because now Brahma is not yet come. We say Brahma is the creator. No, Brahma is the secondary creator. Primary creator is Narayana. So this Mahatattva is now ready. It is like atta goond liya, ab chapati banana hai. So like, so what you do, you take the atta, you put some masala inside and it becomes like an aloo paratha or a methi paratha or a gobi paratha. Just I'm giving a very crude example. So same way, this Mahatattva is the recipe and this is the core. So now everything comes over here. Now this is empty. This is dark because this is in the material world. So from the body of Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Mahavishnu, sorry, Garbhodaksha Vishnu enters the globe. So this is dark, this is hot, this is humid. There is nothing inside. So then again Narayana perspires and 1/3 of this universe is filled with Garbhodaka ocean. So this is salt water. The sweat from the Narayan's body is, this is the salt water over here. And Ananta Shesh manifests over there and Narayana is sleeping and Mahalakshmi is pressing the feet. So this you can see the 3rd canto. What happens after that? The Jivas are now in the Garbha of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So what did the transition happen? In the transition, what Maya Devi does, based on the Jiva's karma, she takes a call that so-and-so Jiva with so-and-so karma will go into so-and-so Brahmanda. And she has the complete data. She is the supercomputer. You cannot bribe her. You cannot cheat her. You cannot escape her. She will precisely do what, that's the reason it says Karmanna Daiva Netrene. It is under the divine supervision, Daiva Netra. And she is Divya Durga. She is getting the power from the Divya Durga on top to act over here. So this Yoga Maya on top becomes the Mahamaya over here. Actually, this is Rama Devi is the expansion of Yoga Maya. and this is Mahamaya, expansion of Ramadevi. So this Ramadevi gives to Uma Devi over here, or Maya, she gives a certain amount of souls to Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So like that, each soul has got one Garbhodaksha Vishnu. See? 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 Yeah? Each soul has one Garbhodaksha Vishnu.
Each
And
Brahmanda, right, Prabhu?
Each Brahmand, yeah. Each Brahmand has Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So now, and each Garbhodaksha Vishnu get one set of souls for that Brahmand. One set of soul for that Brahmand. Now the soul which is in the womb of Garbhodaksha Vishnu is ready to come out. So from the womb of the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, from the navel comes one lotus. That is the reason it's called Ananta Padmanabha. Padmanabha means one who has lotus from the Nabi. And on top of that comes Brahmadev. Now, when you read the first verse of the first canto of the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, it says, Abhigna and Swarat. Abhigna means one who is fully knowledgeable, and Swarat means one who is supremely independent. Now, here you see on the top, when Lord Shiva associated with Maya and pregnancy took place, and then only the creation started. But here, Lord Narayana not accepting any service from Mahalakshmi for procreation. So without the consent of the wife, there is no procreation. But here, Narayana himself has procreated this child, Brahma, who is the first living entity. And the first living entity takes birth from the womb of Narayana. That is the reason Brahma is also called Atmaja of Narayana, means one who was the son of Narayana. So Brahma comes, he does not know, everything is dark, and then he meditates on the Lord. He is requested to do the tapa. Once the tapa is done, what Brahmadev does? He starts chanting Ishvara, Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarvakarana Karanam. So within this tube is all the material of the creation of 14 planetary system. 14 planetary systems are inside the tube, and 14 planetary systems, as the name is there, Patal, Rasatal, Mahatal, Talatal, Sutal, Vital, Atala, Bhur, Bhuva, Swa, and then Satyalok, Tapalok, Janalok, and Maharlok. So each name is also given over here. So that is how the creation starts. Now, if you read again the third canto, the Lord's Vishwarupa body is sleeping over here. So all the senses are not yet manifested. So before that, what happens? The Devatas, the spiritual Devatas you saw on top, right? All these personalities in the last Avarna. Yama, Agni. So these are spiritual Vishnu Tattvas who are serving the Lord, as they are not the material world Agni. They all come here and give the power of attorney to Brahmadev after he is enlightened, that which soul will take which area. So then accordingly, Brahmadev, after taking the power of attorney, the spiritual world Agni Dev gives the power of attorney for the soul who will play the role of the material Agni Dev. So like that, the Devatas, 33 crore Devatas, they are all empowered from here. Brahmadev is empowered by Hiranyagarbha Brahma. The Hiranyagarbha Brahma is the golden Brahma, who is also a devotee of Lord Narayana and stays in Vaikuntha. So he comes and empowers Chaturmukhi Brahma. The Hiranyagarbha Brahma empowers Chaturmukhi Brahma. Other Devatas empower the other Devatas, and they go back for their this. And then what happens? All these Devatas, they have given their names. So those names are taken by Narayana and given to each Devata. And that is most of the names are appearing in Vishnu Sahasranam. So Lord has many names. So the Lord takes one name and gives it to the Devatas. That is the reason you saw one Ganesh was on top. So it was decided that since the Gajamukh is there, he'll be calling as a Gajanan. So same thing when Lord Shiva's son is killed by Shiva, When they put an elephant head, they give the name Ganesh. So the spiritual world names are given in the material world. That's how it happens. So then Brahmadev comes, he starts the Visarga or secondary creation. So he creates jivas and everything. And that is how we all come to this one particular material world. Then once that job is, the creation job is done, what Narayana does here? Narayana blesses Brahma and he says, start creating the secondary activities. And then Narayana also creates Shirodaksha Vishnu from his right arm, and from his left arm comes Sadashiv or Lord Shiva. So this Garbhodaksha Vishnu is the creator of the Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh of each material world. So each material world has Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. And then Lord Narayana with Lakshmi Devi go back to Vaikuntha. They come back over here. So these all katha you can still check in the third canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam under the study of, under the topic creation. Then Brahma starts creating this. Vishnu goes to Dhruvaloka and sits over there to take care of them. And Shiva goes to Kailash and he sits there. Shiva is also here down in Vitala because Shiva Tattva normally takes care of that. They give an opportunity for the demons also to become devotee. So Shiva is in the abode of demons. Lord Shiva resides here as his wife's name over here is Bhavani Devi. Bhavani Devi. So once this creation is done, then you have the 28 Narkalokas and you have Garbhodaka ocean. Now this Garbhodaka ocean, I can give you some more information. So this is the material universe. Can anyone read this for me? Can anyone read this? Can anyone?
Hare Krishna. For the earth, the resting place is Lord Shesha. The Lord Shesha, the resting place is the great tortoise beneath him. For the tortoise, the resting place is the wind. For the wind, the resting place is I myself. Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Sri Krishna Janma Kanda 6.211.
So from the Brahma Vaivarta Puran, we come to know how does the universe sit over here. So you see Ananta Shesha is here. Kurmadev is here. And this is the Garbhodaka ocean. After Narayana goes away, only Ananta Shesha and Kurmadev is left over there. As I told you that he goes back. And then you have Pitralok, you have Narkalok, the 28 Narkalok, these small red balls over here, you see, the globes, they are Narkalok. And these are the Pitralok, is this one yellow one. So the Pitras, they go over here after the death. And there are 4 elephants, Agnyana, Supratika, Pushpadanta, Sarvabhauma. So these are elephants are of huge size. Huge size means even thousands of sun can go inside their body, that big they are. And they are holding the whole disc plate. So this is the disc. On top you have Airvana, Pundarika, Kumuda, and Vamana. So this is balancing the Bhumandal. The mandal is balanced over here. And you have the 27 nakshatras on top. You have the Navagrahas, Rahu, Ketu, Ravi, Chandra, Sur, Shukra, Budh, Mangal, Brahaspati, Shani. These are all the Swarga Lokas. So 5 is the Swar. This entire area is called the Swarga Loka. Yeah. And the Sumeru mountain is here in the center, which we had seen. And the pole star controls the complete rotation of the solar system. It is all connected by cosmic cords, which are invisible. And here stays Narayana or Krishna in the form of Shirodaksha Vishnu. Maharlok, Janalok, Tapalok, and Satlok. Like, how does the earth look from top? It looks like a Sudarshana, see? Not like the Yantra. See, this is how the earth looks. The flower, the petal is there, lotus is there. This is the Sudarshana Mandala. And these are the seven seas. The seven seas is not Pacific, Arabian, Indian, Atlantic, Antarctica, Arctica. No. The seven dweeps are this one. And the seven seas. Each sea has a own taste. So you have salt water, you have sugarcane juice. Those who want to drink liquor, they go here. Liquid ghee, ocean of milk, yogurt, and tasteful water. So these are seven seas and seven islands. Jambu Dvipa, Palaksha Dvipa, Salamali Dvipa, Usha Dvipa, Krauchand Dvipa, then Sakha Dvipa and Pushkar Dvip. And where are we? We are here, Bharatvarsha. So you see, Jambu Dvipe, Bharatvarshe, Bharatakande, Meroho, Dakshine Parshave. We take this Sankalpa, right? So that Sankalpa is for this. So we are Jambu Dvipe, Bharatvarshe, then Bharatakhande, Sumeroho, Dakshine Parshve. So we are on the southern part of Sumera because we are down. South is always down. So this is our code. Many people, they say, what Sankalp people they are singing over here? What is the meaning of this? The meaning is the dialing code 0097150795674. So this is my mobile number, but 7956740 is my mobile number. 05 is the code. 0971 is the country code. So same way, when you are making a Sankalpa to Narayana, what you say? On so and so Shubhatito, on so and so Nakshatra, on so and so Rashi, Bhaskar Sthite, and so what do you say? Gotra. I am from Jambu Dvipa, Bharat Kande, Bharat Varshe, Sumeroho, Dakshine Parshve. So you are giving your exact location to the Lord that I am calling you from here. Please accept my services. Please accept my puja. And in the last and outside one is the chariot. So on top of the Sumeru is the top of the Sumeru is the weekend or the enjoyment area of the Devata. So each Devata has their one area and they come here and they relish their holidays. Now you see Ganga is 4 over here. See, she falls from the Kamandalu of what do you say, Brahmadev. And then it comes here, and from here, Lord Shiva accepts it on his head in the Bharatvarsha, and that's how she goes down. Now, this is the same Ganga who goes until the Patal Lok. Those who knew the system, the waterways, they would go from Brahmalok to Patal Lok by Ganga Devi, navigation system. They were all very good navigators. Like the 4 Kumaras, when they wanted to hear Bhagavatam, from Brahmalok, they started from Ganga, which is called as Janvi. From the earth, she becomes Ganga. So till the time she is in the heaven, she is Janvi. Then from Indralok, once she comes to the earth, she becomes Ganga. And then from the sea, she actually does not go in the Ganga Sagar into the sea. From there, she enters to the Patal Loka and she'll call Bhogavati. So it is Janvi, Ganga, Bhogavati. 3 names are there in 3 different areas where she functions. Am I clear on this? Matajis?
Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
So this structure is there inside in the every golden ball.
Yeah. Every golden egg is covered by the 7 coverings, Mataji. 8 coverings, sorry. Every golden egg is covered by the 8 coverings. So we have to break through, and each is the double the size. If we made this, the chart will become too big. So if this is suppose 1000 kilometer, this will be 2000, 4000, 8000, 16,000, 32,000, 64,000, like that. Each double of the other. So now I stop over here and I am open for question answers.
Yes, Prabhu. Before anybody asks, I just want to tell everybody gets confused. Who is superior, Vishnu or Shiva? And Saivate says Shiva is superior, and Vaishnavate says Vishnu is superior. From this chart, it's very, very clear. At one stage, Vishnu is superior, and another stage, Shambhu is superior than Vishnu. He is superior, the Shambhu outside is superior than the Garbhodakshay Vishnu, right?
No, what happens, Mataji, I will tell you. It is not the question of superiority by the area of placement. Who comes from whom? See, at each level, the particular Shambhu who comes out of the body of Lord Narayana or Garbhodaksha, Mahavishnu, there they are almost on the same platform because Sadashiv and Mahavishnu both are Vishnu Tattva. So they are same. Now the very concept that Shiva is the supreme comes from the concept because Shiva is the master of this material world. Like, see, for example, I'll show you. This is a very interesting question. What Mahavishnu does, he has given all the jivas to Lord Shiva. All the jivas go to Rama Devi. And Rama Devi is the in charge of this entire material world. She is also called Bhuvaneshwari, Mata Bhuvaneshwari. Her one of the name is Bhuvaneshwari, one who is the mistress of all the Tribhuvana. She is also called Tribhuvana Sundari. So within the material world and this entire material creation, she is the mistress. And Shiva is the husband. So what happens over here, the Devi Bhagavat or the Shiva Puran does not talk beyond. They are talking that their history begins from this area. And definitely, if you see from this perspective, Shiva is the supreme and Durga is the supreme goddess. Not knowing that the source of Shiva is Mahavishnu. Because nowhere in the Shiva Puran, it talks about Mahavishnu. It talks about only Vishnu. That Vishnu, what they talk about is Shirodaksha Vishnu. Shirodaksha Vishnu. Yeah. So Shirodaksha Vishnu is the Vishnu of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So what does it look like? That Shiva and Parvati created this entire thing. Okay. Vishnu is over here. So they say that Vishnu was created by Shiva in the Shiva Puran, but actually it is not. It is Karanadaksha Vishnu who creates Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Garbhodaksha Vishnu creates Shirodaksha Vishnu. So this perspective, if you see from here, Shiva looks the supreme as Sadashiv and Bhuvaneshwari, and then they create Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and then Parvati comes from Bhuvaneshwari, Lakshmi comes from Bhuvaneshwari, and Saraswati comes from Bhuvaneshwari. Yesterday we discussed. So it looks like the three daughters of Mata Bhuvaneshwari are married to the three personalities in the earth. So yes, but there is a verse which talks about Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, Shadana, Shakti, Rekha, Chayana, Yasabhi, Banani, Vibharti, Durga. So you have to go back to Brahma Samhita to clarify now. So Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya. Srishti means to create, Sthiti means to take care, and Pralaya means to destroy. Is done by Durga as Bhuvaneshwari. So she is empowered by Krishna to do that. But when you ask them, what is the source of this? Because when they talk about Vaikuntha, the other planetary systems, they do not talk about the Vaikuntha or Goloka. They talk about the Vaikuntha over this being the Vaikuntha, the material world. All the other Puranas, they say that, yeah, this is also Vaikuntha. This is Bhulok Vaikuntha. Definitely, it's a Bhulok. But ask them, where is Golok Vrindavan then? So what Shiva Puran says, to the north of Shivadham lies Golok Dham high in the sky. So why they did give that statement? Because many of us have not read Vishnu's Shiva Puran incomplete. Any Grantha, any Puran you take, Mataji, there will be one area of information which will give Krishna's supremacy. So I asked this question to Dhanvir Goswami Maharaj, who had come in 2011. I said, Maharaj, why Krishna is not known to anybody in the Vedas? He says Krishna is hidden by the Vedas. Only 4% of the Vedic literature talks about Krishna. 96% talks only about Brahmajyoti and Nirakarvadi. And what is Bhagavatam? Nigama kalpatar or galitam phalam. Nigama means Vedas. So when you churn the Vedas, what happens when you churn the milk? What do you get?
Butter.
The butter. So that butter is Krishna. So you have to churn the Vedic literature under the Acharya's instruction, and then Krishna is revealed. So 96% of the Vedic literature, when they are churned, the 4% of that reality comes out. So we all have done all the Vedas in our past janmas. So today we are sitting and discussing these things over here. So no need to go back. So, and when the superiority says, so this is how it talks over here. So that's the reason when you say that Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and they say that Vishnu came from Shiva, or Vishnu came from, or Krishna came from Vishnu. So the next question you should ask is which Vishnu?
Yeah.
So then they say, oh, how many Vishnus? Well, material world has got 3 Vishnus. Karanodakshaya, Garbhodakshaya, Shirodakshaya. Just a minute. I'll show you something very relevant to this statement. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
they
that's a very important doubt, Prabhu. I know for every others will have. Like everybody think that Krishna has come from Vishnu.
yeah,
This
when
statement is
when
also
when
right,
Joe
but
Biden when Joe Biden came to UAE, first he went to the American consulate, and from the American consulate he met the authorities, and then he went to meet Sheikh Mohammed. So that does not mean that the consulate general is superior to Joe Biden. That is his duty. He has to come through that area, so he's coming. So we have to understand that from that perspective. Just a minute. Where is my Google?
maybe the Vedas which is there in Goloka have a broader knowledge, Prabhu, because the material Vedas which we have in this material world, they talk only 4% about Krishna, and the rest of it is about impersonalism and other
Yeah.
things.
So what happens when you study and you come to a level, then only Brahma Vimohan Leela. Just a minute. Let me just show this picture. Can you see this picture? Or you are still seeing the Goloka chart?
Still on Goloka, Prabhu.
Just a minute. The clear though the picture is not that clear. Can you see?
Yes, Prabhu.
So what do you see here? How many Narayanas Krishna has created?
Thousands of them.
Thousands of them. So who created whom now?
Krishna created Narayana.
Brahma says that I do not accept that you are the God because you are eating jhuta, you are playing with the gwalas, you are dirty, and you are eating with your hand, licking your fingers. My concept of God is Shantakaram, Bhujakashayanam, Padmanabham, Suresham, Vishwadharam, Gagana Sadusham, Meghavarnam, Shubhangam, Lakshmikantam, Kamalanayanam. So that is my concept of God. So Krishna says, okay, he just snaps. He says, is this your concept of God? Congratulations. You can be with him. I'm going to play with my friends. If you don't agree I'm God, that's not my problem. What he has done, he's just showed his hand and all the Vishnus came out. And there is no Lord Shiva over here. Nowhere. It's all in the material world. So when you talk about Golok Vrindavan, the dynamics changes completely. That is the reason Narada was so upset with Vyasa. That Vyasa, what did you do? You have created so many options now. Now each one is going to pick something and say, well, Vyasa has told this. And based on your name, they will fight with each other. So at least you do some correction now, write Bhagavatam and give the reality.
Yeah.
So there are some who say that in the Vishnu Sahasranam, when we talk about the Vishnu Sahasranam given by Bhishma Pitama, there are some who say that Shiva Sahasranam is also there. Yeah, it is there, but it is after Vishnu Sahasranam. So now I keep the floor open for the other questions.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have got a small doubt, Prabhuji. I was reading that Brahma Samhita's shloka number 5, Tatparya. In that it says, you have showed that Shirodakshai Vishnu is on the Dhruv Loka, which is in between. Dhruv Loka is controlling the the material world, Bhu, Bhuar, and Swaha, right?
Yeah.
All these Swargas are there, right, Prabhu?
Yeah.
This is what you told. And here it says, and then those four planets are there, Janaloka, Mahaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka, right, Prabhu? But in this, there's one line written here. इन लोगों के ऊपर चतुर्मुख ब्रह्मा का धाम है जिसके ऊपर क्षीरोदक्षाई विष्णु का असीमित वैकुंठ है. Now, this is what makes me confused.
Kshirodaksha Vishnu is this one. Okay.
This,
Yeah. So what are you
it's,
telling now?
it says इन लोगों के ऊपर चतुर्मुख ब्रह्मा का धाम है जिसके ऊपर क्षीरोदक्षाई विष्णु का असीमित वैकुंठ है.
Yeah. So this is the Kshirodaksha Vishnu को यहाँ पर हम लोग ने ध्रुव तारा को सेंटर में बताया हुआ है, right? और
जी
ब्रह्मलोक को ऊपर बताया हुआ है.
जी
Okay. And then he said असीमित धाम किसका है? क्षीरोदक्ष विष्णु का.
उनका
किसके
असीमित
ऊपर है?
वैकुंठ
असीमित वैकुंठ किसके ऊपर है? अबाउ द
ब्रह्मा चतुर्मुख ब्रह्मा का धाम के ऊपर है.
अच्छा. So this area you mean to say?
Yeah, this is what they are saying. I just, that's why I got confused. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah. We had asked this question actually. So there
Yes.
was some kind of an explanation given that the Dhruva Loka actually comes in between over here. And Vaikunta planetary system is on the Dhruv Tara. And outside the globe, there is
Yes.
another Vaikunta which is by Kshirodaksha, Karanodaksha Vishnu. So this is one Vaikunta over here.
Yes.
This is another Vaikunta over here. So that Vaikunta, what they're talking about could be this one. But because they have given the name, I'll get back to you on that. Because there are, just a minute, just a minute. It is chapter number 5, verse number 5.
Shloka number 5, Brahma Samhita.
Let me read the verse 5 for you. I'll find out. X 5. Yeah.
Tram tat paritah.
Chaturarsham Tatparitaha Shvetadvipa. That is the one, right?
Yes, yes, yes. In the Tatpar second, I think after 2 pages, in the Tatpari it has been given.
The 4 verses describe the enclosure of Gokula around the Shvetadvip. Okay. Swamagam.
सकाम कर्म सुख के तीव्र लालसा युक्त कामी गृहस्थगण भू भुआ तथा स्व दैट पैरा प्रभु त्रिलोक में ही.
Let me open the Brahma Samhita first. Just a minute. Stop share. Database.
Prabhu, I'm opening for you.
Yeah, can you just open that, Mataji, and
Yes.
share?
Yes, yes.
A minute. Yeah. So that, yeah, and just go to that particular verse.
You said 5th, right? 5th one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And maybe the purport?
Yeah, the purpose.
Yes, Mataji, it is here.
Yeah. Go a little more. In Hindi, it is after, I think, first para itself.
Yeah.
I don't see it here.
Brihadvatra Brahmachari, where is that? This yeah, here, Prabhu, here. Go little up, Mataji. No, the first para itself. It's there in the first para, Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah, the gold is down, and there is one Kshirodaksha Vishnu.
Because this particular verse talks about the Golok Dham exclusively.
Okay, okay. With the Difference only lies in the manifestation of the infinite variety of sentiments corresponding to the diverse love, little love. The Brahma, yes, Mataji. Yeah, the brahmacharis who was the grahasthas. Then the brahmacharis of great austerities, ascetic, and person addicted to hypothetical truth, person of a neutral disposition, adopting non-fruitative works for an aptitude which seeks to be free from all mundane desires, move up and down within the limits of the worlds of Maha, Jana, Tapa, and Satya. Above these worlds lies the abode of four-headed Brahma, above which lies the unlimited realm of Vaikuntha of Vishnu Kshirodakshai, lying in the ocean of milk.
I think, Mataji, this has to be divided into two sentences. Vaikuntha of Vishnu is one and Kshirodaksha lying in milk ocean is another.
Okay, that way we should take.
Yeah, because why, because Kshirodaksha Vishnu in the milk ocean is the Dhruv Tara. And the unlimited realm of Vaikuntha is about outside the material world, where the Vaikuntha starts from that area. Yeah.
So even above the Karnadaksha Vishnu.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'll just take into a little bit of details. Meanwhile, the other questions can be looked into.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, it is always good to refer the text because the context changes, Mataji. Prabhu was right.
Because you know what happened when you use the unlimited realm of Vaikuntha of Vishnu, that is the blue color lotus, which you talk unlimited. And at the same time, there's a Kshirodaksha lying in the ocean of milk. So the next one is on the earth. Just a minute. Yeah, you can continue with other questions.
Prabhuji, is this Kshiro the Kashaya Vishnu is the Paramatma, like the one who resides in each soul?
Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the Paramatma. You can just read it in the chart. Just a minute. Yeah, somebody can read this.
Dhruvaloka or the pole is the abode of Kshirodakashai Vishnu within this material world. Upon it there is an ocean of milk, and within that ocean there is an island known as Svetadvipa. Kshirodakashai Vishnu as Paramatma Super Soul is situated in everyone's heart and even within every atom.
Okay. So he is in the form of Paramatma, is in everybody's heart.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Any other questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Could we zoom in the material world? The whole material world, please.
Yeah.
Okay. When we are doing Canto 3 and chapter 12, 14 speaks about Lord Shiva.
Yeah.
In the class also, I had raised this question, but maybe I have a very limited understanding. I couldn't understood. So we talk about Shambhu.
Yeah.
Shambhu and Maya Devi, and they are the procreator for Jivatma like us.
Yeah.
And then
for all the yonis actually.
All kind of yonis.
All yonis.
So now all of a sudden this question arises. These Mahajans or the Prajapatis.
Yeah.
And Kashyap Muni, through his different wives, procreated different species. Yeah. How to understand that? Question number 2 is, Shiva manifests between the eyebrows of Brahma.
Yeah, he's called Rudra.
I want to understand Shambhu of this Shambhu and Shambhu when Brahma gives him 11 names, 11 Rudras you are. He calls them with 11 names like Lord Brahma.
11 Rudras.
Rudra, you have 11 other names. Manu, Mahinsa, Mahan, Shiva, Ratadhwaja, Ugrareta, Bhava, Kala, Vaman Deva, Dhritra. So I stop myself to these two questions. Then I will ask other
Now, I'll
series.
tell you one thing. This will require another class actually if we describe on the Shiva Tattva, because understanding Shiva Tattva is the most difficult part of this entire procreation. Vishnu is clear, Jiva is clear. Shiva Tattva is neither Jiva nor Vishnu, it is half Tattva, first and foremost. Why? Because when he's pure, he's Sadashiv here. Okay. And where is Sadashiv staying?
Ishan.
Ishan. So that is Sadashiv. Okay. So he is Vishnu Tattva. So this is Vishnu Tattva. Now at the time of creation, he comes down and merges into the body of Sankarshan. And from Sankarshan comes Mahavishnu. And from the eyes of Mahavishnu, he comes out as Shambhu. The moment he associates with Maya Devi, he loses the purity. So Shiram Data Dadi. As soon as the milk is touched with acid, it becomes a curd. So the curd is neither milk, yeah,
nor butter. Yeah.
So that's what happens. So now this Shambhu, once he creates, so here he is in the position of secondary creator. He is also called second Purusha. First Purusha is Narayana, second Purusha is Shiva. Then from him comes all the Rudra Tattvas. And one comes from the Brikuti of Brahma. So if you go to the 5th canto, Mataji, there is a whole list of understanding and analogy given about who are the 11 Rudras and how they work on it. On the picture of 5th canto itself, you see there are multiple Shivas on the back side. So there you will get the full answer, because this will require maybe another 2 sessions to go in deep and see how it works and who these personalities are. And out of these Rudras, some are Jiva Tattvas, Mataji. They have death, and some are Chiranjeev. And definitely this personality is as good as Sadashiva. When he goes back to the spiritual world, he becomes Sadashiv. When he comes to the material world, he procreates with Maya and becomes Shambhu.
Which Shiva resides on Kailasha? Kailash is the Shambhu.
Yeah, the Shiva that comes from the right hand of
okay.
Of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. From the left comes Lakshmi, from the right comes Shiva. Yeah. So that is on the Kailash. Then from Kailash Shiva comes another Shiva who is here in Vitala.
Hateshwar.
Yeah. And Parvati comes as Bhavani over here. So this is there in the 3rd canto. You can read it. So in this area where Lord Shiva resides here, there is no male members, Mataji. Only Lord Shiva is the only male member. Rest, even if with the male body someone goes there, they have to take bath in a pond, and then you get a female body. Because one of the king visits there and he has to go through that entire scenarios. So it is given over there. So here also Lord Shiva is the only Purusha. So Lord Shiva is situated in many places. Some other place also I'll show you, just a minute.
No doubt he has so many devotees, Prabhu.
Yeah, because he is the master of this material world. And then the 11 Rudras, Mataji, in the end, when the Pralaya time comes, the 11 Rudras, they come over here and stand on the globe here. The fire emanates from the mouth of Ananta Shesha, enters into the trunk of the 4 elephants. The elephants shoot their trunk up and put the fire in the air, and that is taken in by the 11 Rudras, and they open their 3rd eye and burn the entire creation. So that's how the destruction starts. So it comes from Ananta Shesha to elephant to the space. The 11 Rudras are over here and they destroy. And that is where the Shiva Tandav starts then. The Shambhu with Durga. But on a Shiva Tandav, we can have a separate class. Yes, Mataji?
I seek your apology, Prabhuji, I interrupted. Prabhuji, Shiva Tandav happens at every Pralay or Mahapralay?
Actually, it happens at Mahapralay. Every Pralay, there is a partial Pralay mein nahi hota Shiva Tandav, because the moment Shiva Tandav starts, that is the end of it. He will go on to destroy everything.
So at partial Pralay, the Agni comes out of Sankarshana.
No, that is not Agni, Mataji. Partial Pralay is the earthquake, typhoon, storm.
Okay.
So इतने लोग मर जाते हैं, उतना लोग खत्म हो जाते हैं एक साथ में. जैसे कि अभी कोरोना आया, that is partial pralay. So the Lord has different plans, but the Mahapralay comes when they are deciding to completely, like that is the end of the, when Kalki Avatar comes. So they all join together and finish the forces. They become the finishing forces. Certain times you see there will be a big forest fire or a huge fire and so many people will die. The tsunami came and wiped out so much of, people. So those are partial pralayas, Mataji. There are bigger partial pralayas also, like everything gets submerged under the water. A whole city goes under the water. So many things are happening everywhere like that.
I want to understand, we have got this OBA also based on this. Prabhupada had written, people forget all the devastations of the world and think themselves happy in the material progress of civilization. This is called Maya, or that which is not. We go through so much of pain, trauma, and then we forget.
Yeah.
Influence of Maya only.
Yeah. Because Maya works in two ways, Mataji. What is the one way? One of the aspects of Maya is Avarnika Vritti. It means Avarna means curtain. How are you? Fine, thank you. All well, all well. I have no issues in my life. Everything going smooth. Bhala, as you rightly said, daily thappad khate hain, daily ye karte hain, but all is well. Okay. Second is Prakshekatma Vritti. Prakshekatma Vritti are we people who have managed to understand that Maya is difficult. We are suffering. We need to take a call and go on the right direction. So Maya's Prakshekatma Vritti, what she will do? She'll say, yeah, you're doing a good job. Take a break. चलता है. आज एक दिन एकादशी नहीं रखोगे तो या उपवास नहीं रखोगे तो नहीं, ये भी चलता है. So she will water you down. Or what she will do, she'll bring a change in your understanding. A few degrees of change over here. Like for example, if you're launching a rocket in the space, the coordinates have to be perfect for it to reach the destination. If the coordinates in the earth, it goes by 0.111 minute, forget the degree, the meridian. If it goes down by 2 meridian, there you will lose the target by 300,000 miles. So same way, what Prakshekpa Atmivritti will do is Maya will say, this is okay. Like see, within ISKCON now we are having Ritvikvad. What is Ritvikvad? There is a classic example of Praksheka Atmivritti of Maya. That they say, no, Prabhupada ke baad koi nahi. The new one coming, Mataji is telling that call us Prabhu. What is that? So this is how Maya plays in a very subtle way. She says, okay, yes, you are Hare Krishna walas, you are Krishna conscious, you are a Vaishnava, but the thought process halka sa change laega, and the entire scenario will change. So that Prakshepatma Vritti is the biggest weapon of Maya. So this is how it works, Mataji. So we have to understand that, and that is where Guru Mukha Padma Vakya is very, very important, so that we don't deviate from the actual path. Otherwise, Maya will she'll make a little bit shift, and you will see you are sitting in a different loka. So much so, I will tell you, once we were sitting with Jayadvaita Maharaj in the Mankul Park. So we were sitting and discussing, and Maharaj was telling about the Golok Vrindavan. And then he said, you see, the last covering is actually ego. Ego ka koi, we cannot show a diagram because ego is colorless, transparent. It is like a glass. So when you reach the last avarna of the material world, this is the ego, the final one. There, Mohini Roop is the Swami and Maya Devi is the Sevika. So there the last test takes place. So when you reach there, because it is transparent, the Brahma Jyoti अंदर आने से आपको अच्छा लगता है. कैसे? सर्दी के मौसम में, if you keep the glass window open, through the window pane also you feel the warmth, right? No need to go out. If you are near the window pane, you will feel the warmth and you will feel that. So Maya Devi says, my dear child, you have already reached Vaikuntha. So what if you have to go on the other side of the glass? It's the same. The final test comes there. That is the last test of the Prakshikatmaka Vritti. And you say, Mother, everything is fine, but my Guru has told me to go and serve the Lord. I need to go from here. I am not here to feel the transcendental bliss. I am here to take up the service. And when you pass the test, you go out. You say, yes, Mate, you are right. Again, back to material world.
Prabhu,
So,
can you with the diagram how we travel up there? from material world. We missed that part, I think.
Yeah, that is the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra actually.
Going back. Yeah.
Going back to Godhead.
Yeah.
So the same way where the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra came down, that is the same way we go up actually. So here you start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So you go to Brahma Loka then. Then Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. You can enter the Vaikuntha Lok. You see Narayana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. You are in Ayodhya Dham. Then Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. You come right into the Ras Mandal of Bhagwan Sri Krishna. You see? From the flute of Krishna comes the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra here. So, when you keep chanting continuously, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam or Satadam Kirtanya Dridas, so what happens is you are able to migrate and you are able to overcome all the Maya's test. And Maya herself is very happy because she wants you to succeed. She is a mother who does not want the child to fail. But when certain things, what the mothers do, they are a little bit strict with their children. Come on, you will not get this unless you do this. For what? Not that she enjoys torturing the child. Yeah? Are we okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. So in case if we get any other mantra, then we get stuck in the other place than reaching the Goloka, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because see, every mantra has got a destination. Every mantra has got a destination. And you will go to that destination. When you say the Hare and Krishna, that is Radha Krishna. No other mantra has got Radha's name. We have the Brahma Taraka mantra for each yuga. I will send it by copy and paste. I'll send it to Anuradha Mataji. She can share it. So Gaur Gopal Goswami Maharaj, who was Srila Prabhupada disciple, has given a wonderful setup on that. So there is Taraka mantra for Satyug is one, Treta is one, Dwapar is one, and Kali is Kali Santarna Upanishad, Harer Nam, Harer Nama Eva Kevalam. So you have the beautiful setup.
So this is another important aspect of Goloka chart, why Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is important.
Shuddha Nama, and it talks over here. I'll take a minute only. Because we have done all the research, Mataji. We have to be ready to give right answers so that these people can take it to the next verse. So see. So what is the Satyug mantra? Narayana para Veda, Narayana para Akshara, Narayana para Muktir, Narayana para Gatihi. So the Satyug mantra is this one. Then Treta. Rama Narayana Nanta, Mukunda Madhusudana, Krishna Keshava Kamsare, Hare Vaikuntha Vamana. Then comes Dwapar. Hare Murare Madhukaita Bhare, Gopala Govinda Mukunda Shaure, Yagnesha Narayana Krishna Vishnu Nirasha, Nirashya Manvam Jagdisha Rakshaha. So this is Treta and Kali is, and Kalyug is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Easiest.
So
It
this is completely given by, yeah. I think
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, why Vedas explained only 4% about Krishna? Maybe that's why in this material world we confused and we unable to take Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Mataji, that is not the case. The case is the problem is with us, not with the Lord. If I would request Anuradha Mataji to kindly open Bhagavad Gita chapter 7. Could you please do that, Mataji? The reply will come here. Because I always tell the people that Krishna is very Karunamay, but somehow we have not yet decided to give ourselves completely.
Just a minute.
Which shloka of 7th chapter, Prabhuji?
Mataji, could you come on verse number 5, please, if I'm not mistaken? Manushya Nam Sahasreju Kaschid Yatate Siddhaye. I think 5 or 4, one of that. I think it should be 4.
4 is
Hira Bhuvana.
Manushyanam. Is it
Shira,
Manushyanam
yeah.
Sahasreshu?
No.
It is third one.
It's 3.
Manushyanam
Third
Sahasranam.
Yes, Prabhu.
So it is what Krishna says, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Yatate Siddhaye. Out of so many human beings, anyone want to go for Siddhi. And Yatatam api Siddhatam Kaschin Mam Vedi Tatata. But after getting the Siddhi, they become themselves, they become God. Out of many thousand among one may endeavor for perfection, and out of those who have already achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Because once you get the perfection of Siddha, what is the perfection of life? To Krishna Prema. But the moment you become Siddha Purush, then you start becoming a godly man and you behave in a way where you say that I am the God. So the Lord says nobody is interested. And in the end, in the same chapter, he gives another option. That is the reason Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gyan Man Mam Prapadyate. So the problem lies with us. Why? If you go to 7.6 in the same chapter, you see what does 7.6 says? No, Prataji, sorry, not 7.6. 7.5 में आइए जरा. Yeah, 7.5. Besides me, O mighty Arjuna. So he says that there is another superior energy of mind comprising of living, but what are they doing? What are they doing? Exploiting the material world. So then what can the Lord do in that? The Lord is ready to give. He says that I'm available, because what he says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dvesho nasti na priya, ye bhajante tu mam bhaktya. At least मेरे को प्रिय with you, ye bhajante tu mam bhaktya maite tesho chapem. He said, with bhakti you at least do my bhajan, my dear friend. Then I will reveal myself. But how many people are interested? You try speaking to your own family members. They will say, नहीं नहीं अभी इसके लिए टाइम नहीं, हम बुढ़ापे में देख लेंगे. या अभी पैसा बनाने का टाइम है, कैरियर बनाने का टाइम है. So what do we say? If we are not interested, then the Lord has to sit quiet and watch. Okay, मार खाओ और फिर आओ.
Prabhu, one more question. Lord Shiva, I mean, in this material world, we can see that people are, they are very easily connect with Lord Shiva. But why they don't connect with Krishna that much easily?
You know
what
why?
is?
Okay, I will give you an answer for that. You have a son or a daughter?
Yes, Prabhu, both.
अच्छा, you have a brother?
Yes, Prabhu.
Sir, okay, you have a brother. मामा जी घर पर आते हैं, बेटा बोलते हैं पाप मामा जी किटकैट चाहिए, तो मामा जी किटकैट लेके देते हैं. मम्मी क्या बोलती है? ए किटकैट मत खिलो, बच्चे का दांत खराब हो जाएगा. तो फिर बच्चे को ज्यादा कौन पसंद है, मामा या मम्मी?
Mama.
Because Krishna will not give you what is not good for you. He will tell you, if you deserve, then I will give you. Shiva is, if you desire, I will give you. So everybody feels I am what I desire, I deserve it. The reason why people don't go to Krishna is because Krishna says, unless you don't deserve, you have to earn yourself. So he is a tough taskmaster. आप जाके प्रे करो, मुझे ये दे दो, वो दे दो, कभी नहीं देंगे वो. अब वो आपको क्या देंगे? What you deserve, you will get it. So people say, काम नहीं होते, भगवान चेंज. अभी तो भगवान छोड़ दो, अभी इंसान आ गए घर में. अभी बाबा लोग आ गए घर के अंदर सबके. पहले कम से कम गणपति से तो प्रार्थना होती थी, शिव जी से प्रार्थना होती थी. अभी वो सब छोड़ के घरों में अभी साईं बाबा आ गए, पुट्टपर्ती साईं बाबा आ गए, अमृतानंद माई आ गई. क्या करेंगे? क्योंकि जो मेरा काम करे वो मेरा भगवान. अनफॉर्चुनेटली दैट इज द सिचुएशन नाउ. Sorry, I'm a little bit blunt over here, but that's how the system works.
Agree, Prabhu. Fully agree.
Prabhu, can you please explain something about Sai Baba?
Nothing to explain. He said Shraddha and Saburi. He also said one thing, that chant Vishnu Sahasranam. So how many Sai followers chant Vishnu Sahasranam? He is clear instruction in chapter number 3 of Sai Satcharitra. Chant Vishnu Sahasranam. Worship Lord Ramachandra on Ram Navami and Dashera. Another instruction of the Guru. I think that should conclude.
Yes, Prabhu. And can you please tell me about Prophet Muhammad?
Why do we need to talk about that? Krishna is there to take care of everything. Prophet was told to go and preach the glories of the Allah. He preached the glories of Allah.
And Allah is Krishna, right?
Allah is Krishna. Well, I cannot say that because this is being recorded.
Oh, sorry.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. My question comes back to Prithvi Lok, Bhumandala.
Yeah.
भूमंडल में प्रभु जी आप मुझे फिर से समझाइए पृथ्वी कहाँ है और मेरु द्वीप में मेरु पर्वत जो हम दिखा रहे हैं और ये जिज्ञासा मुझे बचपन से रही थी कि हम ये कोई भी पूजा आरंभ करते हैं तो हम ये मंत्र क्यों। हाँ जी। और क्योंकि मुझे मेरु पर्वत तो कहीं दिखा ही नहीं था, कई लोगों ने मुझे कहा कि नहीं मेरु पर्वत और कैलाश पर्वत एक है। एक तो मैं इससे भी बहुत जूझती हूँ बिकॉज मैं जहां पर शिव होते हैं वहां जाती रहती हूँ। जैसे अभी भी मैं अमरनाथ यात्रा के लिए निकलूंगी, तो पिछले बार मैं जब वहां पर थी आदि कैलाश में तो किन्होंने मुझे कोई थी माता जी, उन्होंने कहा ये क्यों आती हैं हर जगह, ये तो अपना जापमाला लेकर आती हैं और शिव जी का नाम भी नहीं भजती हैं। तो वो खैर अलग बात है। आप मुझे इसमें बताइए पृथ्वी कहाँ है और पृथ्वी के पूरे तरफ में हमको सिर्फ सॉल्ट वाटर दिख रहा है। सो दीज ऑल द्वीपास व्हिच यू सेड, प्लक्षा द्वीप, सलमनी द्वीप, these are not visible to our material eyes.
No, Mataji, these are not.
ये कौन से डायमेंशन में एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं? ये
These are the
horizontal
fourth dimension. These are the fourth dimension. और वो डायमेंशन आपको नहीं दिखेगा बिकॉज यू आर नॉट क्वालिफाइड। उतना तपस्या और सिद्धि प्राप्त करेंगे तो आप जा सकते हैं उधर। सो लाइक हियर व्हेन यू से दैट दिस इज अ जम्बू द्वीप, आपको सॉल्ट वाटर इसके लिए नजर आता है क्योंकि आपके जम्बू द्वीप को सॉल्ट वाटर ने घेर रखा है, ओशन ऑफ सॉल्ट। ये देखिए, और ये आपका भारतवर्ष है। द अर्थ इज हियर।
तो अर्थ के अलावा और भी द्वीप हैं और भी वर्ष हैं उसके अंदर में।
या बट द लाइक सी फॉर एग्जांपल, हैव यू बीन टू बद्रीनाथ?
हाँ जी।
माना गांव गई हैं?
हाँ जी।
सरस्वती का नदी देखा है भीम पुल के ऊपर?
हाँ जी।
देखा है? वहां से लिखा है स्वर्गारोहण, लेकिन आप वो रास्ते से
हाँ।
जाओगे तो आप तिब्बत पहुंच जाओगे।
ओ।
लेकिन उसी रास्ते से जब पंच पांडव गए तो वो कहाँ पहुंचे? कुबेर के घर पहुंचे और वहां से स्वर्ग लोग पहुंच गए। तो यू सी द डिफरेंस। सेम वे कैलाश पर्वत बोलते हैं लेकिन वो कैलाश पर्वत नहीं है। कैलाश नहीं दिखेगा किसी को क्योंकि भगवान ने अपनी शक्तियों से उसको अंतरंग बंद करके रखा है। और कैलाश हिमालय जो है दैट इज ऑन द फुट हिल्स। ये देखिए, ये हिमालय पर्वत है। ये हिमालय है, इसके पीछे किम पुरुष है, फिर हरिवर्ष है, फिर इला वर्ष है, उसके बाद आपको मेरू पर्वत दिखेगा। तो वेर यू विल गो? That is the reason you have to be very, very pure and a pure devotee. Then you are able to transcend. फोर्थ डायमेंशन में जाने के तरीके हैं लेकिन वो आध्यात्मिक तरीका है। जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि गंगा सागर से गंगा मिलती है कलकत्ते से 200 किलोमीटर दूर, राइट? लेकिन वो गंगा सागर में नहीं मिलती, वो गंगा वहां से भोगवती बन के पाताल लोग जाती है। लेकिन यू गो सर्चिंग देयर, यू विल ड्राउन, यू विल नॉट गेट इट। बट अर्जुन वेंट। So that kind of purity levels are required, Mataji, to go into these areas. So, and
यहाँ पे वो पर्वत कहाँ पर है जहाँ पे गजेंद्र का कथा हुआ था? जम्बू द्वीप।
Yeah, that is Jambu Dweep only. That is in
जम्बू
Jambu Dweep, but the Varsha was Ilavrata.
अच्छा, इलाव्रत।
इलाव्रत में, इलाव्रत या केतुमला, one of the two it is. केतुमला या इला के बीच में हुआ था।
केतुमाला प्रभु।
केतुमला, right? Yeah. So you cannot go beyond this Himalaya mountains. ये आपका फिनिश है, बस फिनिशिंग लाइन इधर ही है हम लोग के लिए। इसके आगे नहीं जा सकते हम लोग।
नहीं, जस्ट फॉर अ नॉलेज, जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड द जीपीएस। जैसे अनुराधा ब्रजगोपी माता जी भी पूछ रही हैं, हम सब लोग एक ही जिज्ञासा लेकर बैठी हैं कि हमें जीपीएस मिल जाए, हाउ टू एग्जिट, व्हाट इज द वे, एटलीस्ट हम किसी को बता सके अगर कोई हमसे पूछता है।
हाँ, तो बताने दे, इसके लिए हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र आपको बता देना कैसे जाते हैं। हाउ द मंत्र ट्रांसेंड्स यू टू द मटेरियल वर्ल्ड, इट टेक्स यू हियर, इट इज सी, यू आर ब्रेकिंग इट थ्रू द ब्रह्मलोक। ये देखिए, सी, आउट यू गो फ्रॉम हियर, इट क्रैक्स एवरीथिंग एंड इट टेक्स यू आउट।
हाँ ठीक है प्रभु जी, लेकिन ये क्लास काफी नहीं है, इससे मैं तृप्त नहीं हुई हूँ। मुझे मटेरियल वर्ल्ड के लिए बहुत बहुत कुछ जिज्ञासा है, बिकॉज आई हैव अ वेरी लिमिटेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग
Mataji,
टू
the
अंडरस्टैंड।
limited understanding is good for you because we don't want to stay in material world. We are not the vasis over here. So जितना कम knowledge होगा उतना छोड़ने में आसानी होगी. The lesser
तो
you know, the easier for you
एयरपोर्ट
to reach.
दिव्या
Right, Anuradha Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Lesser you know,
So we focus on Goloka. We think about Goloka and we try to
yes.
learn more about so that we can go. I mean, anyway, it is our destination, our home. So we can go there. Then knowing.
थैंक यू माता जी।
No, Anuradha Mataji, I told you, no, that material world will be the most confusing one. Didn't I tell you on day one?
Not only confusing, it is giving me a lot of curiosity, Prabhuji.
No, curiosity to know it is perfectly okay. We can sit on that. I think Shiva Mataji has raised her hand. I don't know for what.
Yeah. I have a question, Prabhuji.
Yeah, बोलिए.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhu. Prabhuji, whenever it comes to saying that Sadashiv in Golok Dham is different than the Shiv who's on the earth. So whenever I've had this discussion, I got the answer that this is ISKCON philosophy. This is not the philosophy because uh, it is how they interpret it. But Shiv, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, like abhi hame samajh mein ye aaya out of the whole thing is that all the demigods are there in Golok Dham and it's all replicated here on Bhuloka.
Yeah.
But the original form, or you can say the main deities are there, and because Krishna has manifested the whole Goloka on the planet Earth, so every being, all the demigods, every Gangaji, and everybody has manifested here on Earth as well. But is there any reference where we can, when talking about it, we can answer? Because I have had this conversation with somebody, and then they say that it's just to completely ISKCON philosophy, and it has nothing to do with
So what exactly, which part of it you're telling actually?
that. जैसे हम बोलते हैं कि शिव, आपने बताया कि सदाशिव वहां पे हैं और he comes and then there are different forms of Shiv that are there, and then on
But
earth.
one thing, Mataji, Padma Puran तो ISKCON ने नहीं लिखा ना.
Okay, so this is from Padma Puran.
You read that the Padma Puran, we have just given you as it. Then I'm telling you, you tell him first. You ask him that did ISKCON write Bhagavad Gita? They say it is your interpretation. Interpret करने का जरूरत ही नहीं है because it's clearly mentioned over there. Just a minute, that the Padma Puran says that this is the location of Shivadam, and Padma Puran is written by Vyasa,
Right.
and we have only brought it to the public domain.
Okay.
Yeah. So many things are happened. Like people, they say that same thing. Someone asked me, like, I do not know who asked about Sai Baba over here. They said that one person asked me in Shirdi that तुम लोग तो साई बाबा को नहीं मानते हो, तो तुम इधर क्यों आए हो? बोला आपसे ज्यादा मैं साई बाबा को मानता हूँ. उन्होंने विष्णु सहस्त्र नाम बोला, मैं विष्णु सहस्त्र नाम पढ़ता हूँ. आप पढ़ते हो?
Right.
So you should be able to give them the correct answers when they ask. Ask them that don't give a general statement, ISKCON philosophy. Which part you are not satisfied with, will give you that answer.
Okay.
So आप जब भी बात करो, क्योंकि जो शिव के भक्त है वो तो शिव के पास ही बात करेंगे ना, तो वो भी पाठ सही है. और यही पद्म पुराण कहता है, शिव उपासना 7 जन्म करने के बाद मनुष्य पहुंचता है सूर्य नारायण के सेवा में, और 7 जन्म सूर्य नारायण की सेवा करने के बाद विष्णु के पास जाता है. ये तो ISKCON ने नहीं लिखा, हम तो खाली आपको बता रहे हैं कि क्या लिखा है, हमने इंटरप्रेट भी नहीं किया.
That's right, Prabhu. But generally, in most of the scriptures, it's Vishnu that they say, and in ISKCON we always say Krishna. Though I have that total faith in that, but when it comes to explaining, what should be our thing, and secondly,
that is the reason you give them the Purushottam Mass story. Why I started with the Purushottam Mass story that day.
Right.
If they are coming from each other, then why are they standing and talking to each other?
Okay. Yeah, I have 3 places you said.
Yeah. That's the point we made it. Brahma Vimohan Leela, written by Vyasa, not by ISKCON Prabhupada. कृष्णा ऐसा किया सारे विष्णु बाहर आ गए, वो तो लिखा है उधर. So you should be very clear on these areas. And that is the reason I request you to buy one book called Who is the Supreme by Gokul Chandra Prabhu. You will be able to answer. खटाखट आप आंसर दे देंगे उधर.
I'll do that, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Nice talking to you.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Anuradha Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sorry, I've taken a long time because the topic is it's like that.
So when somebody wants a material world, we'll sit and discuss material world one day.
Thanks a lot, Prabhu. Thank you so much. There's no words to say thank you enough. Thank you enough. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. So at least those who have not heard about it, they got a little bit of idea. And there are many who are hearing for the first time. So thank you, Prabhu. Thanks a lot.
Mataji, you can share this chart with them. Meanwhile, the notes also, I will send it to you all. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Because that is in my different laptop. Once I open that, I will do that, Mataji. Okay? Yeah. Thank you for the session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.